Welcome to Ring Central Coliseum in Oakland, home of the A's. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Cleveland Guardians going up against the Oakland Athletics. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a 3-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll and towing the slab, Vida Blue.
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out on the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
And now the veteran third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Here comes a pitch. That one is upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Now fly ball to right center. And makes the grab. And there's one down. Here's the Guardians lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Next one is off the plate. And the count is 3-1. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there was just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now Larry Doby. A little out front there as he swings through it. The pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. At the belt and fires. Runner on the go. Go to second. Out there. And that ends the inning.
The old strike him out, throw him out to end the inning. Trying to force some action on offense, but he was all over it behind the plate.
Back in Oakland and pitching here today, Satchel Paige. What do we need to know here?
Well, he issued way too many free passes this last time out. You can't win at this level if you allow that many base runners. So today, he's got to get strike one, put the hitter on his heels, maybe get some swings and misses, and offset those walks with more strikeouts in this one.
Bottom of the first, and here's the veteran outfielder, Ricky Henderson. Out towards left center, Sizemore moving under it, squeezes it, and there's one down. And time now to check out the A's lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Now it's Chase Peterson. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Hit weakly on the ground. Jimenez on the run, throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Jason Giambi.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Oakland's DH, Jason Giambi. Page winds and fires. Outside. And that's outside. Reggie Jackson in the on-deck circle for the A's. And now a full count.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more guys that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
The right field.
So 2 down, striding to the plate now for Oakland, Reggie Jackson. 0 for 6 in the series so far. Satchel kicks and delivers. Off the plate inside, 2-2.
It's a good take.
Satchel comes to the plate, cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 left for Oakland, scoreless after 1. Back here at the ballpark, all set for the start of the inning. Here's a big power threat, Jim Thome.
Jim Thome.
Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike 3.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
Yeah, the batter now, Grady Sizemore. And it is 2-1. Blue, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Next offering is fouled back. Caught him looking for the K. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Here's Mike Zunino.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in the East Bay, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in for Oakland, Seth Brown. Satchel into his motion. The long windup. Turns on the rubber, kicks and fires.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That one hammered center field. That's back. Out of here. Seth Brown goes deep, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Aledmys Diaz now. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Just misses. Full count now. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
Tapped softly on the ground. Ramirez sends it to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Batting 7, the center fielder, Connor.
Next up for the A's, Connor Capel. 0 for 4 in the win last night. Satchel with the 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Ball.
And now it's filled up.
Full count.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Here's Tony Kemp. Kicks and fires.
Ball.
Upstairs. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The pitch. And that's a strike.
3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw. Save. Zunino not in time with the throw.
Well, almost a strike him out, throw him out play right there, but 3-2 is a great count to run on. There's a good chance the hitter puts the ball in play, so it can turn into a big play offensively as well.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. The next offering misses. The count now 2-2. Man at second. Right side. What a stop. Gathers and throws. And very nicely done for the out. First strike goes to Oakland as the A's are on top. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. Top half of the third inning. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Stephen Kwan is making a name for himself. He won the College World Series playing at Oregon State. He played along with Adley Rutschman and Nick Madrigal, and he took home a Gold Glove his first year in the majors, 2022.
We're going to talk about a guy who makes great contact. Hard to throw it past him. He does not swing and miss very often.
Diaz. And one away in the top of the third.
Batting in, the shortstop, Ahmed.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. 2 for 6 so far in the series. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And Ricky Henderson the grab.
Batting nine, the right fielder,
Oscar Gonzalez digs in for the Guardians. 3 for 7 in the series so far. The count 2-1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Capel makes the grab, and that's the inning. The Guardians go down in order. They're down 1-0. Set for the bottom of the third. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson.
They say you win.
You know, these Athletics showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That one missed.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Next pitch is popped up. 1 down.
The third baseman, number 6,
Jace Peterson will hit next. Grounded out his first time. The 1-1.
No. 2-1.
And that one upstairs. Here's Satchel with the payoff pitch. And there's ball 4.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Now the A's designated hitter, Jason Giambi, worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. The 1-1. Chopped out in front of the plate. Sends it to first, and they get Giambi for the out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Reggie.
Here's some real power at the plate. Reggie Jackson struck out swinging his first time. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Back up the, oh, that got him. Oh, the throw is wild. Run comes in from second, and they lead by 2. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and he might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
So here's Brown at the plate. He's already homered in this one. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a miss, and that is that. No hits, but an error and a walk lead to a run. On to inning number 4. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. On to the 4th, and now here is Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Well, Jose Ramirez had a sensational 2018 season. He became just the 8th player ever to have a season with 30 doubles, 30 homers, 30 steals, and walking more than he struck out. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The wind and the pitch. In the dirt. Catcher has it. Fires to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Now it hits him in the chest.
Now that designated hitter, Larry.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Larry Doby digs in for the Guardians. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Blue keeping an eye on him. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Ball misses. Throw to second. He's safe. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Runner leads away at second. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. One out and a runner at second. In the air, left side. Henderson on the move. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And there's 2 away.
The first baseman, number 25, Jim Thome.
So in now for Cleveland, Jim Thome. His first at bat was a strikeout. 1-1 now. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. That's down and in. This to third. Throw on to Brown. And the inning is over. One hit, one left. We're midway in the fourth. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. And welcome back. Ready to go. Bottom 4. And the batter will be the shortstop, Aledmys Diaz. The wide to kick the pitch. Got him looking. And one away.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Next one is off the play. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Liner to second. It picked on the hop. On to first. Fine play in the hole for the out.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Tony.
So 2 down now. And here is Tony Kemp. Caught looking his first time up. Next pitch in for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Kicks and deals. And now the count is even. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And that will end the inning. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. But they're on top 2-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Grady Sizemore. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And that one is lifted in the air. Puts the squeeze on it. 1 up, 1 down.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Mike Zunino digs in for the Guardians. Went down on strikes his first time through. So now 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
And he deals. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. One down, base is empty.
Ball. Full count.
8th pitch of the at bat coming up. Ripped on a line. And Ricky Henderson the grab. And Zunino is set down. And there's 2 down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And he walked him.
The batter, number 1. Shortstop.
Here's a speed threat. Ahmed Rosario. Fly to left his first time up. Tap softly third base side. A swinging bunt. Tosses across to first. And that'll do it. Guardians lead 1. They trail it here 2-0. Bottom of the inning. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. And the righty deals. Hit in the air, right field. Gonzalez makes the grab, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 24. Ricky.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Ricky Henderson. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Gonzalez makes the grab for the second out. Man, is he fast.
It is so fun to watch.
The third baseman, Jay Peterson.
The wind of the pitch.
Ice. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Payoff pitch. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, puts the squeeze on that one, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing there for the A's as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back in Oakland, top of the 6th inning, and stepping in is the speedy Oscar Gonzalez. The 1-1. And he blows that one by him at 100. Got him. And now 1 away.
Now batting.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Jose Ramirez. You know, Singy, Jose Ramirez signed that big extension, a 5-year, $124 million contract before the 2022 season. But right before that happened, the Guardians came this close to trading him. The 1-2. Just off the inside edge.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Next offering is down low, and the count's full. He goes down looking.
Man, just backdoored him with the breaking ball right there. And I'll tell you what, as a hitter, it looks like it's a mile away, so you give up on it, and then it just hooks around that outside corner. Tell you what, if a pitcher can make a pitch like that, you pretty much just have to tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
Now here is Andres Jimenez. And another ball. 2-1 now.
3-1.
Larry Doby on deck for the Guardians. Left-hand hitter waits. Strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. They're still down. It's 2-zip. Back here at the ballpark. There we go, bottom 6 at the plate. Jason Giambi. Ball and a strike. Rip to third. Ramirez sends it to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for Oakland, the right fielder.
Now it's the right fielder, Reggie Jackson. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
Sneaks through, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, cut out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, Seth Brown. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off on the right foot.
Next offering misses down and away. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Cal Quantrill up and loosening in the pen. McKenzie getting loose as well. Satchel checks on the runner. Jackson back on a dive. And a 2-1 on the way. Reggie on the run. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save. Zunino not in time with the throw.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets in the scoring position.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. And a swing and a miss. Now 2 away.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
And it's Aledmys Diaz.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Next pitch is outside. Next pitch is popped up. Makes the catch, inning over. The A's strand 1, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back here in the East Bay, top of inning number 7, and now the DH, Larry Doby. And now the lefty. He swings and fouls one off.
You get to this part of the order, Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
Got it by him for the K. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Jim Thome. And now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss.
They haven't scored yet in this game, and with that swing, they're definitely trying to get on the board. That's the way guys go about their business today.
Here's a 2-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
So up next, Grady Sizemore. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Going to count 1 and 2.
1-2.
Two outs.
2-2.
Movement in the bullpen. Dennis Eckersley, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Fingers getting cranked up as well. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Guardians fail to score. They trail things here 2-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Cal Quantrill.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Number 47, Cal Quantrill.
Connor Capel digs in now.
The center fielder, Connor Capel.
Quantrill back to work. And he dodges that fastball. Next pitch inside. 3-1 now.
1 strike.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Man at first, Tony Kemp. Up next for the A's. There's a strike. Tap to first. And he grabs it foul. On the ground to first. And foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the catcher, Shea Langeliers.
Shea Langeliers up next for the A's. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Quantrill back to work. That misses the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that's outside.
3-1.
3-1 now. And a big swing and a miss. Runner on the move. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Righty delivers. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
The left fielder, number 24.
Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Ricky Henderson.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good. Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Quantrill ahead 1-2. Popped in the air, left field. Kwan makes the catch. Out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
So 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Digging in for Oakland, Jace Peterson. Next offering misses, and the count is 3-1. Jason Giambi in the on-deck circle. 1st and 2nd, 2 down. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
Jason Giambi getting ready to hit. Bases loaded, 2 down.
Base knock here really gives them an opportunity to take control of this ball game. You don't want that other team to think they have a shot, and a knock here would be a big blow.
The pitch. And that skips into dirt. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Huge opportunity missed there. 8th inning coming up. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. Welcome back. We go to the 8th. Now it's going to be Mike Zunino.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
The pitch. That misses off the outside edge. There's a swing and a miss.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Two now.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
3-2 now. Swings and misses. 7 in a row by way of the K. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And a 1-1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. The pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
The idea was right, looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
And the pitch. A little roller up along first. And he grabs it in foul ground. And the pitch. And now 2-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Goes down looking. So digging in, Ahmed Rosario. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Tap softly to the right side. Guardians go down in order. Guardians go down 1-2-3, and they're down 2-0. Bottom of the 8th. And the batter now, Reggie Jackson.
The right fielder, Reggie Jackson.
Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
1 strike.
Late with the swing there.
2-2.
That's off the mark, and it's 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Hard hit to third. Zips it across. And that's one away
Now
as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Seth Brown.
Next up for the A's, Seth Brown. He's already homered in this game. The 1-1. And there's a ball.
No.
Fouled off left side. Two on the way. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Just missed. But 3-1. Swing and a miss as he was late. And down on strikes he goes. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. On the pitch now for Oakland, Dennis Eckersley. This is his 3rd time out this year. Oscar Gonzalez digs in for the Guardians.
The right fielder, Oscar Gonzalez.
And a pitch. And a count 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Eckersley, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches. Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control and command that day, you pretty much forget about it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
And here it comes. And that's ball 4.
They're not ready to go home quite yet. And he's got deception in his delivery. And it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's down on strikes for the second time today.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
So they're down to their final out. Now at the plate, Larry Doby. The 2-1. Hard hit left side. Throw to first and ball game. And the A's win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Well, these guys just want to keep it rolling right now. You win this series, you got another team coming in, and you want to do exactly the same. Maybe even push a little further, get yourself a sweep. The fans are going to be behind this club. They've been playing really well, and these guys, you can tell they feel the energy these fans bring to the ballpark.
2-0 your final here in this one. Oakland hangs on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Athletics, 2 runs on just 2 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For Cleveland, no runs on only 2 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 31 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
that anchor. While my